Walk us through that game.
Very difficult game, and you expected that. It's not never excuse, but it's always difficult for all the teams that they have many international players. From the game against Chelsea, yesterday was the first time that we were together from that game to prepare the game against Leeds. Of course, it's for us, like for all the other teams, it's the same. It's not a reason for the first half that we did it a little bit slow, and when you do it slow and the other teams they have good organization and good players, and of course it's more difficult. Was a tight game, very balanced as well, difficult for us to break them down. And knew that always when this type of games they go, it's very important for us to don't lose the balance, to don't start to do mistakes after mistakes, losing the ball in dangerous areas, because after they are dangerous in counter-attack. That part of the game I think we did more or less well, controlling well the counter-attack situation and all that stuff, to don't let the game to be broken every single time. The offensive part, no, I think first half is clear, we didn't create the enough. We were patient on the ball, but probably the tempo has to be, the tempo or the intensity in the possession has to be much higher for us to try to disorganize them. Second half, I think we increased a little bit the tempo, and our possession was a little bit more aggressive, if I can say, and because that we create more chances second half. Now we're more danger team second half than the first one. We know that in these type of moments, of course, the fatigue will come for both teams, and the game starts to be a little bit more open. Players that came from the bench, they made an impact. That is always important for us. And we were fortunate the way we scored the goal. We have to be honest with this situation, but it's part of the football as well. The reality that the last 30 minutes of the second half, we pushed much harder, we pushed much stronger, and we were rewarded for that.
As you say, the goal was fortunate, but it came after your team was really knocking on the door. So you have to say it's a deserved one as well. Yes.
The way you push the last 30 minutes that is the reality, and we did push really. The boys they fought until the last minute, and as you said, we were feeling that something was coming for us, because we were creating more with a different profile of players out wide, with Adam and Kevin in both sides as well. We refreshed the striker, and of course all that stuff make us to be stronger and more aggressive out wide, because when the game is very tight in the middle, we have to try to go in the different areas, and we did it. And of course, as you mentioned, we are knocking there, and the goal came for us.
And especially Kevin seemed to really get the fans out of their seats. How good was it to get him involved and for him to make such an impression?
It's very important, definitely. First of all, it's very important for him, and that is the main thing. When you arrive as a new signing in one football club, and the first reception from the fans, and after 2 or 3 minutes the fans are singing your name, is I think for him personally should be a great feeling, and for sure he's going to boost himself. He doesn't need, because he is this type of player, but always important for players to have this connection with the fans, and he felt from the first minutes, fantastic for us. I think he's going to help him to be even more on fire the next few games. And of course he did what I asked him to do. He did what he's capable to do. We need in that moment much more 1v1 situations out wide. We need some situations to boost and to push the team forward, and he did it. We know that he's very strong in that type of situations. Good to see the decisions from him this afternoon come in a good level as well, because it's always important when you are able to beat players 1v1 after to take good decision, and he did it. He helped the team in the last 15 minutes to push us forward and to win the game.
And you mentioned obviously the challenge of preparing for the game without some of your players away on international duty. How much are you looking forward now to getting back on the training pitch and working with them for that?
Very important for us to have normal weeks to prepare ourselves for what comes after. Is going to be crucial. We need it. Not excuse never to be, because if you want to have international players is part of the business, and after you are going to be without them, it's like if you play European competitions, it's part of the business. You are not going to have normal weeks to prepare. Is what it is. It's football. Is the schedule. You know what it is. But it's always better when you have them. And of course, when you have players arriving the last days of the market as well, to have time to settle them and to give them time to understand better everything and to create